So as you can see from that very disturbing clip, it shows a police officer's terrible treatment of a 13-year-old girl named Caitlin Murphy King from East London. This video was captured on an iPhone by her twin sister and was submitted to the East London Advisor. Welcome to I.O. I'm Charlotte. This is your YouTube source for trending news. If this is your first time here, please hit that subscribe button. Alright, so let's get into it. This latest video involving an incident of police brutality is making its way around social media. This Metropolitan police officer has been accused of police brutality for pushing and roughly handling this obviously terrified girl that was in handcuffs. You can clearly see this policeman hauling Caitlin across the pavement, and at one point he actually drags her by the hair, which is like, what? Do we live in caveman times? Why not just ask her to get up? She's not a full-grown dude, she's just a kid. So how did this all start? Well, here's the deal. She was handcuffed outside of a high school in East London called Wapping High School after an argument with a 16-year-old pupil of that high school. Apparently she was only visiting the school to meet a friend. This girl allegedly called Caitlin a slag before trying to kick her. I guess the policeman didn't see that part of the argument. Slag is a slang word for Okay, if you're a girl and you've ever been called a you're probably gonna want to smack somebody. Also, Caitlin is 13 years old. How much of a slag can she really be? According to Caitlin's grandmother, Caitlin raised her hand as if to slap her aggressor, but there was no physical contact. It was more of a threat than anything. Caitlin had no idea that there was a policeman behind her. He came up behind her, brought her to the ground, and put her in handcuffs. She wasn't struggling and she was compliant. Police officers are only supposed to use force when people are resisting arrest. The police officer doesn't even let her get up on her own. He's visibly pushing her around. She was not arrested or questioned. She was, however, badly bruised and had swollen knees. Not to mention she was emotionally distraught. Her family said the officer handled Caitlin with unreasonable force. I mean, realistically, kids have fights and disagreements in schoolyards all the time. Can you imagine what it would be like if this happened every time you got in a fight with your bully? According to Caitlin's family, the policeman threatened Caitlin's twin sister into deleting the footage from her phone. Caitlin's family believes this was borderline assault, and a complaint has been filed against the Metropolitan Police. The Independent Police Complaints Commission has decided an internal investigation should be carried out against the Metropolitan Police Professional Standards team. So guys, what do you think of this? But from witness accounts, it wasn't even Caitlin who started the fight. Her aggressor tried to kick her before she did anything that would constitute as assault. Do you think that Caitlin deserved this treatment by the police officer? Do you think that policemen should get involved with school bullying? Let me know in those comments down below. Speaking of comments, I'll now reply to some of yours. Normally I wouldn't after a video like this, but on our pole dancing is a new Olympic sport video, there were some comments on there that I wanted to address in this video that I think are appropriate to bring up. JJ said, "Hi Charlotte, how are you liking it so far? I hope you stay because I like you as a host. I'm a girl and I'm not being creepy on purpose, I swear." Hi JJ. I love my job, but sometimes I'm also the victim of bullying, like Caitlin. Sometimes the harassment gets to me, because people actually take time out of their day to find me on Instagram and call me ugly and a bad singer. Unfortunately for now, I had to make my Instagram account private. Thank you for the nice comment. I have no plans to leave I.O. because there's lots of people who treat me with respect, and for the first time in my life I actually have fans, like you, and that feels good. Alright, next comment comes from Cupcake Warrior. So cheerleading isn't a sport, but pole dancing is. I actually think cheerleading should be considered a sport too. Cheerleaders are like gymnasts, just like pole dancers. And that's all I have to say for this video. Thanks for watching I.O.